Happy TesiMonday, happy TesiMonday, and happy TesiMonday. You guys, these testimonies are so encouraging to me. Like, just to remember what the Lord has done for me, it's just amazing. It's really good. So, as I promised, this is the third time. I mean, probably not the third time. This is just the third time I'm talking about the job that got. Day job is in hotels. So I had gone up the ranks. I had started with night audit, which was the last video we talked about, which was the overnight. So I did that. I did front desk supervising. I had did basically working. The places call it many different things, but basically working in accounting, but like at a very entry level position. And it was really tough because where I was at, I really wasn't making the money that I needed to be making. And I had did my market research and I was like severely underpaid. Like for what I was doing, I was not being paid what I should have been being paid. And so I went to them with that information. It got me either a 50 or 75 cent raise. I don't really remember, but you know, I thanked God for that, but it just still was not like, it just was not enough. And so I started, this is what I did. Stay with me. I complained a lot. I complained about my job, about these people. They were so cheap. I could be making some more somewhere else. I applied to every job that was remotely like the job that I did. I just was just in a very terrible funk. And so what is God going to do when you complain? Is he going to bless you? No, he ain't. So I had to get out of that mindset before God could do anything. And I'm mentioning this because I think it's very important. So I had to stop complaining. I had to stop complaining about my job. I had to stop complaining that I wasn't where I wanted to be yet. Because ultimately, I'm not complaining against man. I'm complaining against God because he is the one who guides my life. He is the one who orders my steps. So if I'm like, I am not where I need to be because these people won't promote me, what I'm really saying, even though I'm not saying it, is God ain't moving fast enough. The Lord should already been promoting me, already put it on these people's heart to promote me, So if I truly trust God, that is what I'm saying. So I had to get away from that. I started thanking God for my portion in life, for my season in life, that I was there for a reason. I ended up getting people saved at that job. I think pretty much all my jobs, I've at least tried to lead somebody through the prayer of salvation. So, you know, I was able to minister to people here. I was able to be a light in a dark place. Not all the time. So there was some times where I was like, yo, bye. But the Lord had to work on me because I had to get, myself in check. And, but I will say to that point, anytime I've ever been like flippant to somebody, I've always been able to apologize. So if you're really not there yet and you're like, I be still kind of going off a little bit, well, you're going to be getting used to apologizing a lot. And I'm telling you, after you done apologized enough times, you're going to be very tired of it. And you're going to be like, you know what? I'm just not going to go off because I really don't want to apologize later. So that's kind of how I got over it. Anyway, so yeah, started thanking God for my portion. I started thanking God for my job, that I was able to make an income, that I made more income than other people. I just really started thanking God because, there was other people in the company who were in like a lower, I guess, status, I would say, or lower position than I was. And, they were really complaining about their pay and stuff like that. And I was like, you got to thank God about where you're at. So that's what I did. I turned it around. I stopped applying to places. And the reason why I did that was because I felt like I was really trying to get something to happen on my own accord. And I just really wanted to be led of the Holy Spirit. So what happened? So my mom was calling me one day and she was like blowing my phone up and I was knocked out sleep because at this time I was working 2 jobs because like I told you, that money I was making wasn't enough. And I started changing my mindset about it, but it still wasn't enough. So I was working somewhere else as well. My mom was calling me. I didn't answer. I actually didn't even hear it. I ended up getting the phone calls, seeing the phone calls later, gave her a call back and was like, what's going on? She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I met somebody. And I was like, ugh. I was already like, because my mom is always thinking she met somebody for me. So anybody who's single knows about that. Like, your mom is like, oh yeah, I met this man. He don't got a leg, but you can look past that. Like, seriously, my mom is very interesting. So I was already like, you met somebody, what? What happened? And she was like, yeah, I met somebody and he works in hospitality and I thought I knew him, but I don't know him. And he said he works in hospitality industry. And I was like, oh, do you know my daughter? And I was like, wait a minute. Not everyone who works in hospitality is going to know me, Mom. Like, why would you even ask that? And he was like, I guess he was like, no, I never heard of that name. What does she do? And, my mom told him that I was an accountant, which was not my position at all. It was like close to it, but that was not what my position was called. So anyway, she started talking to him. He was like, oh my gosh, I'm looking for an accountant at one of my properties. I'm in human resources. And she was like, oh yeah, my daughter's looking for a job. I didn't really tell my mom that, but I guess she just assumed that I was looking for a job. Probably because I had been complaining so much about my pay. But I had gotten away from that, like I told you. So anyway, he was like, have her call us, we'll set up a phone interview basically. So I emailed him, we set up a phone interview, and I already had secured the phone interview before I even applied to this job, y'all. Like, I had already had a phone interview. And it was so funny when I was emailing him, because I was just like my mom said that to email you. Like, it was like, not even, it was just so random. And I wasn't excited about it because I didn't really think anything would come of it. Unfortunately, that's kind of where my mindset was, because I was like, I'm not an accountant. I have no idea what exactly they're looking for, etc. I ended up getting interviews with them. I mean, I was having to like duck out of work early. It was a mess. But I ended up doing 2 interviews with them and I got hired and I was like, what? Like, the way God did that, as soon as I flipped my mind around, like switched my mindset, like, I'm going to thank you, Lord. I'm going to praise you for my season. I'm going to thank you for my portion, that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, when I'm supposed to be there, because I trust you and your plan for my life, Lord. Like, I thank you for my job. I thank you for this building. I thank you for all the people in it. Like, bless them. Like, I just completely changed my mindset about where I was in life. And God blew my mind, like literally gave me a job that I knew nothing about, that like he used my mom. My mom was obedient and I just thank him. And that's the job I have now and I'm making more money. Thank you, Lord. I don't necessarily need a second job. I am still working another job, not as strenuous. So I feel well rested. I feel great. Just because I'm trying to pay down some debt. But other than that, the Lord has completely provided all of my needs. So that is my TesiMonday. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And comment down below. Please let me know how the Lord gave you a job. Let me know what you guys think about these stories. Has anything like this happened to you? What kind of details do you guys want? Like, do you feel like I'm being vague? Like, I don't know. I want to make sure that, you're getting something out of these things. But I don't want to, as you can see, I can talk a mile a minute. So I don't want to bog you down with mindless, ridiculous details that you guys need to know. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this series. Let me know what you guys would like to see. And I'm hoping that you guys also make some videos. Make some videos of your TesiMonday. I would love to see them. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.